Hi students, in this video today we are going to look at the usage of articles and prepositions in English. So before we move on to what is articles and preposition, I will just like you to ponder about why English is important. So English has been regarded as the first global language. It has become part and parcel of almost every existing field. We use English as international language to communicate in various fields ranging from business, institutions to entertainment, and many countries teach and encourage youngsters to acquire English as a second language. With this context, why articles in English is important, or prepositions in English are important. So, knowing the usage of articles and preposition in English, it helps learners with their grammar, which will in turn make their writing much clearer and also easier to understand. So first, we will look at what is article and what are articles in English. So an article is a word that modifies or describes the noun. It is used before the noun to show whether it refers to something specific or not. There are two types of articles in English. That is definite article and indefinite articles. So this definite and indefinite we will discuss in the following slides. And coming to the articles in English, we have three articles: a and the. So depending upon the articulation of the consonant and also vowel sound, a and is used. A and is used. Whereas the usage of the we will discuss in the following slides. So the difference between definite and indefinite articles in English. So first, let's look at what is definite articles. So definite articles are articles which are used in order to which are very clear, obvious, or about something specific, and it is used in relation to a particular thing or person, and noun in specific. And the article the is used to refer to particular noun which are known. For example, the cat is under the table. So you are in a room with your siblings, and you tell your siblings or your parent that your puppy or your cat is under the table. That means you're referring to one specific cat, which is very obvious and which is exact, just one cat in the room. And the next example is the books are placed on the table. Maybe just imagine you have a piles of book on the sofa or on the chair, and you have placed it, arranged it neatly on the table. And in that scenario, you say the books are placed on the table. So you are specifying to a very particular thing here, the noun books, the books. And apart from this, again, uh, in this definite articles, we have uncountable, countable nouns. For example, the sun, which is a universal entity. There is only one sun, and we call the sun. We don't usually use a. So because it is important, significant, and it is just one universal entity, so we call the sun. And also referring to people, we call the Indians. We don't say Indian, or even though it starts with vowel sound I, we don't call Indians, because when it is referring to people or also important things, we use the. And here I have given one example: the Pacific, or the river Ganges, or the Yamuna. So we have, and also we have, for example, the class. So here, when I say the class, I am specifying to a specific group of students who belong to one class. All right, so let's, with this, we'll move on to the indefinite articles. So when you talk about indefinite articles, here indefinite articles are something which is not clear or exact, which is in general, and the identity of the thing or person being spoken is left unclear or indefinite. It talks about any one of that type of thing. And as I mentioned earlier, and n, depending upon what type of noun or the articulation, the utterance of the word noun, and an is used. So if it is consonant, then we use a, and if the noun or word starts with a vowel sound, then we use an. So and an are used to indicate that noun, which is not someone or something in particular. Example: do you have a pencil? So I'm not specifying to just one pencil. I'm just asking the other person whether they have a pencil. And the next one is, I want to have an apple. So here, apple again, this is just in general apple, whether I'm just conveying what I wanted, that I want to have an apple. And apart from this, again, we have an army when we refer to a group of people or something in general. So an army, a child, a crowd, an advice, a cup, so a cup of tea or a cup of coffee. So these are a few examples of definite and indefinite articles. So just keep in mind what is definite and what is indefinite articles. All right, let's move on to the next topic, that is preposition in English. To define preposition in English, preposition is a word or group of words used to link nouns, pronouns, and phrases to other words in a sentence. It helps us understand order, time, connection, and positions. And in preposition, keep in mind, we have two, again, single preposition and prepositional phrase. So here, single word, I have given few examples. There are many single word preposition, both prepositional phrases and single word. I have given a few examples which we use in our day-to-day life and also which are very common. So for example, at, in, on, by, across, below, behind, around, toward, into, within. So all these are very common that we use in our day-to-day conversation. And the next one is prepositional phrase. So where a preposition comes together to make a complete meaning. For example, instead of, or on watch, at a glance, and the base of, or out of context. So these are a few examples. Let's see the examples of what is how we use single prepositions and also prepositional phrase. And before that, I will like to highlight on what are the types of preposition in English. So there are mainly three types of preposition in English. Number one is preposition of place, indicating where it is, which place. And the second one is preposition of direction. So to give an idea to which direction, whether it is inside or outside or up or down. And the next one is indicates again time, when it happened or when it occurred. So preposition of time. So these are three main types of preposition: place, direction, and time. All right, using the single and prepositional phrase, let's look at first preposition of place. The books are on the table. So it is not inside a cupboard, or it is not under the table, it is on the table. So here it is indicating to a place where it is. And the next example using prepositional phrase, the tiger crept slowly over the grass. So it is moving slowly over the grass, not behind the trees or not behind the walls. So here it's over the grass. So it's indicating where the tiger is moving to which place the tiger is slowly moving. All right, let's see at preposition of direction. So here, which direction? We went up to the hills. So we don't. We say we went up to the hills and we climbed down to the valleys. So this is again indicates which direction. And for example, again using prepositional phrase, the balloon drifted up the stairs. The next one is preposition of time, when it happened or when it occurred. So my vacation ends on Monday. And the next one is I am going to Manali in the winter. I have missed the word too. I am going to Manali in the winter. So it's talking about the time period, the weather, or the season. So these are a few examples of preposition of time, place, and direction. So thank you so much, students. All the best.